Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the February 2024 reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as many of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. So let's go ahead and get into it here. Column number 1, we're going to take a look at kind of big general things that are coming for February. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and the fourth and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note. But Taurus, let's go for it. Again, column number 1, those kind of big messages for February. We have a summary affirmation card of balance. You've probably heard me say this before. I love when this card comes up. In general, I think we all need more balance, harmony, calm, peace, all of those things. So big fan when I see a balance card. I'd like to see that you're going to have a pretty nice, even, balanced February. Starting this year off strong. Hopefully we can carry that energy through all year long there, Taurus. But let's see what we're working with. Okay, so first up we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of freedom. I'm hearing you have the freedom to do something, Taurus. So, of course, this change will look different for a lot of you, but it's like, I feel like you've recently been given the freedom to do something that you want to do. So that's great to see. Of course, that ties into that balance, that harmony, that peace. But again, I feel like we have the freedom to do something that we wanted to do. So previously we weren't able to. So really feeding into the balance. Next up, we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you also know I love the Ten of Cups. It's my favorite card in the entire deck. It's all things wonderful. There's this wonderful sense of contentment that comes through, happiness, joy, love, support, all of those wonderful things. You see there's a happy couple, kids playing, green grass, water running, a house in the background, a nice, beautiful, full rainbow. It's truly the card of everything wonderful. Also, I used to think contentment wasn't that good, and now as I've gotten older, I realize it's hard to be content. So, big fan of contentment for that reason. At the bottom, we have the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Cups, this is typically new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. This could be a new animal. It does seem like there's some new love movement, and we have some pretty strong love energy with the Ten of Cups as well. Maybe there's just more balance or family time as well. More time with loved ones is a message I'm getting for some of you. But let's take a look, see what our clarifiers are here. See what other messages I can give you. First up, we have the Five of Swords. There was something ongoing, Taurus. I don't know that conflict is the word I like. But there was something that was happening, something that was ongoing, and again, we're free from that now. That's giving us that freedom to do the things that we want. It's giving us that calm, that balance, that harmony. So there was something that was kind of disturbing the peace that seems to have now passed. The next card we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of, this can be keeping and maintaining boundaries. I do feel like we need to protect this happiness. We need to protect this contentment. We need to protect this balance. So maybe protect is kind of a strong word, but it's we need to do things that's continuing this happiness, that continues this contentment. Family time, again, is coming up pretty strong, so definitely stick to the family time. I feel like that's part of that balance as well. But have those boundaries in place. Don't let this balance, this calm, this harmony get away from you. At the bottom, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has so many different meanings. It's interesting. I keep feeling like there's more family, friend time. There's just more positive time. Maybe somebody was sick and that was what was limiting it. Or maybe you were sick. But that feels like it's clearing up. So again, I feel like there's new love, but also I feel like it's just more love time in general. Okay, moving on, let's take a look at our next column, anything related to money. So quick money affirmation for you. I am worthy of my desires. What's not to love about that? In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. First up, we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on. I do feel like we're moving on from something here, Taurus. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe it's even like a thought or belief we've held on to previously about money or what we could or couldn't do. But more importantly, I feel like we're advancing forward career-wise, or we're advancing forward financially. So we're going from a pretty good situation to an even better situation. The grass is greener on the other side when we see the Eight of Cups. The next card we have is the World card. The World card is the last card of the Major Arcana. It's completing a goal, completing a lesson. Things have come full circle. You see that with the circle around the world there. Again, something is ending, something we're moving on from, we're moving on to something new. So it's like something's wrapping up, something's completing here for you. And at the bottom we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. Maybe you just paid off a credit card. I feel like we've healed something in our career and now we're moving on from it, or we've done some sort of financial healing as well as something that I'm hearing. So I like this, but we're definitely coming out on top. If you look at the cup on this card, it's more like a trophy. So it's like coming out victor, coming out as the winner in this situation. So I feel good financially. I feel good career-wise here for you. Let's take a look at what other messages I can give you. First up, we have the Nine of Pentacles. We love the Nine of Pentacles, the money column. This is a card of material abundance. So again, there's more money to be had. We're advancing forward. We're definitely progressing here. There's also this sense of luxury and enjoyment that comes with it. So it's always good to have that enjoyment as we think about our career and that enjoyment as we think about our financial situation. This is a card of gains though too. So definitely gaining in this situation. Next card we have is the Ace of Cups. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. It makes sense because, again, something's ending, so of course there's something new. This is typically very relationship driven with the Ace of Cups, so this new opportunity could be relationship driven for you as well. At the bottom we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups can be a card of lack of fulfillment, apathy, discontentment. And the Queen of Cups is a card of healing. So I feel like we're healing some of those feelings as we move forward and progress forward. So it's a good place to be. Just generally some healing happening. I think I already mentioned that to you. Alrighty, moving on to our next column. Anything related to love, Taurus. Quick love message for you. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever we associate with love here. First, we have the Hermit. The Hermit's a card of going within for clarity. You see the light on that card, the light within the lantern, that's the light within you. So this is about spiritual illumination. This is about life's purpose, living your journey. I do feel like we kind of need to ask ourselves what it is we want here. And I'll explain that a little bit more, but I feel like we need to ask exactly what we're hoping for, what we want in love. The next card we have is the Three of Pentacles. This is a good one in our love column. There is skill, quality, craftsmanship, partnership, collaboration here. So for those of you in the relationship, I feel like it's truly a partnership, which is important. Again, I feel like we need to be asking what we want, where we're going. At the bottom, we have the King of Pentacles, which is very solid, practical, wise, but it's like an investment card. So it's where are you going to invest your time, your energy, your love? And we need to be clear on what that is. So I feel like the relationships looks good, but again, it's where are you jointly going to sink time, energy, love into? Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of gaining wisdom, gaining insight, gaining perspective. So again, we just need to get a little bit more clear on what the life's purpose is, what the life's path is, what the journey is here in terms of love. So gaining that clarity is definitely coming from within. Next up, we have the King of Pentacles, so a repeat card there. Again, it's where are we going to invest? Where are we going to sink our resources? What do we want from love, and what are we going to pursue there? At the bottom, we have the World card. The World card is completing a goal, completing a lesson. It's the last card in the Major Arcana. But again, this is more about the clarity. This is getting the information. This is getting the direction there. So I feel like we need to think a little bit about direction in terms of love this month, Taurus. Okay, fourth and final column now, a message for our future self or spirit guides. I know I already told you I like the Balance card. Also a big fan of discernment. You see this card is so lush. It's so green. It's so vibrant. There's all this floral. And with discernment, this is about like you're a product of your environment. You are what you surround yourself with. So we need it to be this beautiful green, these beautiful plants. We need to surround ourselves around this positivity, good people, healthy food, good environments, whatever that may be. Again, remember our environment really has a lot of influence. Okay, taking a look at our cards. First up, we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really truly doesn't get much better than the Sun card, Taurus. This is happiness, joy, success. We need to be surrounding ourselves around those things that bring us that happiness, that joy, that success. So, love that. It also appears that we have a very good circle of support with our Three of Cups. Go out and enjoy celebrations. I know that's kind of an interesting message, but I feel like we're out celebrating too. But again, that surrounds us with good people and positive energy and lots of happy things. So, but more importantly, it's like be doing the thing that's making us happy, celebrating, go out with those really quality people. Through this, it looks like there's some healing happening. The Three of Swords is a healing card. It's about pulling the sword from our own heart. I don't know exactly what this healing is, Taurus, and again, I'm sure it's different for each of you, but it's like, it's a very organic and almost unintentional way of healing. So a lot of healing happens as we go out this month and we enjoy the positivity. We surround ourselves with such fabulous, wonderful people. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Wands. It's interesting. I feel like this is tying back. We have the Knight of Wands, so like straight across here at the top. Again, we have the freedom to go out and do the things that make us happy. Again, I don't know what drove this freedom specifically, but again, we have the freedom to do the things that make us feel good. We also have the Moon card. The Moon card's very voluntary. This is in your control. We're in control of who we surround ourselves with. We're in control of the activities that we do. So this is something you can very voluntarily do. At the bottom here, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is like long-term energy, and I think, again, this is something we need to be thinking about maintaining. How do we continue the balance? How do we continue the happiness? How do we continue the joy? So I encourage you to do something that's like a little bit more structured, potentially, something that's repeatable, something that is long-term. All right, Taurus, at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video here and think of them. But question number 1, we have the 7 of Diamonds, the number 38 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Ace of Spades, number 37 card. That's going to be a no. I don't know if you guys can hear the dog sleeping in the background. Sorry if you can. And question number 3, we have the 5 of Diamonds, number 28 card. That's a yes. So yes, no, yes there for you, Taurus. Taking a look at our Healing Stones deck, we're going to pull a crystal for you for the month of February. Your crystal this month is black tourmaline, good for protection, relaxation, good for mind, body, spirit too, and it just like keeps things away. Things that shouldn't be around you, keeps them away from you. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. We can all always use more healing. Your note says, the body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Taurus, and I hope you have a fabulous February.